Peace, Starberry's in the building, man. How you
What up?
feeling,
What
man?
up? What up? Peace to all of the fans.
Yes,
Love.
sir. Yeah, man. We just talking, man. 1-3 on the campaign. A couple Knicks fans, the fan base is getting a little agitated, man. 9 games in. What do you think, man? What do you want to say to them, man?
I mean, you still have to give it time, and it's understandable. I think, like I said, I mean, I don't want to keep harping on last year, but people have this feeling towards how they felt from last year, how we played. But now we have a different team. We have to reestablish ourselves. It's okay to feel the way how they feel because that shows the passion that people really care about the team. They want us to do well. But at the same time, from a basketball perspective, you got to give guys the opportunity to be able to at least play a quarter of a season together before you judge it. You're going to have ups and downs. We're still learning about Cat's strengths. We're not used to seeing that, where a guy can do so many different things on the court. But at the same time, the way how we play defense, sometimes he's not there defensively to be that force. We need him to start elevating that Kevin Garnett mentality on the defensive end. Not saying play like Kevin Garnett and have that mentality because nobody has that disposition like KG, but more so you gotta have more of a force and more of a presence because giving up that many points, especially in the fourth quarter, we're not locking down. We're not turning it up to another level the way how we were, in the past, which I believe we can elevate to that point. We just got to continue to build some more chemistry with each other.
That pace of game, there seemed to be quite a bit of breakdowns defensively, at least on the perimeter side of things. I mean, based on the personnel that they have out there, I mean, what do you think they need to do to tighten up defensively? I mean, Mikal Bridges, he hasn't really been tightening up. OG's been great. OG has been the best of the bunch, obviously, but, need a little bit more from Mikal Bridges, man. What do you think overall defensively?
I spoke about this the other day on my live. I think Bridges, his length and his ability to play defense and defend good players playing with Brooklyn was different than playing with us. Because last year when he was defending and guarding the best players, the purpose and the meaning was completely different. Now he's over, playing with the Knicks. And now the mentality is different. Tibbs' strategy is different. His mentality is different. He's never played for him before. Cat, he understands Tibbs. He knows Tibbs. So it's not there isn't anything that he's not familiar with when it comes to Tibbs. You know what I'm saying? But when I watch Bridges, every time I watch him, he always got to go uphill and then he go downhill on pick and rolls. When you watch Deuce, he get up on the pick and he's up on the ball and then he's able to ride over on the pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? Because he's up on the basketball. You got to be close to touch. If you're not close to touch, when the pick and roll comes, you're going to always get picked. So then now we're playing downhill basketball. So now this is how they're creating opportunities for driving kicks. So once you play, once the defense got you in a position, once the offense has you in a position where the ball is being driven downhill, your big has to make a decision. Now you're playing closeout game and rotating, and then long rebounds, tips. Those 50-50 balls, you start losing them. You know what I'm saying? And they become very important balls. It was one ball, Cat, the ball was going out of bounds. He caught it and kind of throw it out of bounds. Mm-hmm. If we would have saved that ball, got a great shot, slowed the possession, that it could have been a game changer of the game. Mm. But those things weren't happening. So
we kind of lost him.
And he's a good defender. Mm. I just think that I did more. And he gotta know.
Repeat that last point. Like a couple seconds, you kind of broke up there.
I said his tenacity. His tenacity has to be more nasty. You know what I'm saying? He has to get up on the basketball and know that if I get beat, my teammates are gonna help me. I trust my teammates. Because right now he's playing defense like not to get beat, but he getting beat. Like if
Yeah.
you playing against Tatum, you know he's a rhythm player. You don't give him no hesitation. You play him like the big fella played him, like Sims played him. You get all the way up on him, and you slide your feet and you move your feet. You know what I'm saying? You can't play him like you respect him. You got to play him like you don't respect him, but you respect him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense or
Yeah.
not.
Now we got you, man. Playing it a little bit too safe is what you say.
Yeah, just play aggressive. I have yet to see none of them like really come out of the game like dead tired from playing as hard as they can on defense. See, now we're having bounce back games. Like we lose and then we come back the next game, focus, ready. But that's just the sign of a team that's trying to build chemistry. So we're on the verge of getting to that point. You're not going to build that in 9 games. It's going to take some time. You got to go through these. You got to go
Peaks
through
and
a
valleys.
season. You got to go through the season. Yeah.
True.
And Steph,
Good at.
what's going to happen when Mitch and everybody else comes back? Like, how's that chemistry work after, missing all these guys for quite some time?
That's going to help. I mean, it's not like those guys aren't playing with each other in practice. We're just not seeing them on the court. So they're building some type of chemistry on the court, building some type of lineup. When guys are getting worked in, it's regular. This is regulatory as far as like when guys get hurt, when they come back, right? Mitch, the chemistry to me starts with Mitch saying what he's saying when he says things like, he likes Cat, he wants to play with them, he thinks that he could be a part of the organization in a way that help the team win. That right there to me is a sign of him showing the chemistry and it being something where they could work together. They in the weight room, they talking. We need that type of camaraderie where those guys are on the same page. Because if they're on the same page, when they subbing for each other, they like, yeah, you got him, and make sure he going left. That left is off today. You know what I'm saying? So we need that, and I believe that Cat and Mitch they will have that.
Who, based on the home games that you've been attending and sitting on that baseline, who's the most vocal on the defense? Like, who's the signal caller? Is it OG or is it Cat still?
They really don't talk on. They really don't. Josh really talks the most on the court out of everybody. Jalen, he talks, but he doesn't really like. Yo, he not. That's not more so like him. We really don't have that style type of guy that is on the court, which, when you have a big guy that is communicating in the back, telling you pick left, it's so much easier to play defense. And I'm not screaming, y'all got to talk on defense. I'm not doing that because they're pros. You know what I'm saying? And I know they know what they're doing. And not every team communicates like that, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm also learning more about the team as well as far as tendencies and habits. You know what I'm saying? And I think, we're putting so much energy and effort on putting Bridges on the best players when Deuce is the dude that really can D up. Like when he really focus and lock in, because he's a professional at getting over the pick. It's hard. It's very rare that you see guys get over screens like how he got over. I seen him get over a screen, and the thing is he can build that habit where he can do it all the time, and it becomes religious. It has to become a mind frame, and he hasn't made it a mind frame yet because nobody. I mean, I'm sure Tibbs has challenged him, and he's challenging him to do that. But at the same time, he has to do that and want to do that.
CB the franchise, Alex Rotaros on the ones and twos. Special guest Stephon Marbury in the building, reacting to the Knicks 1-3 week and how they get over some of these hurdles. 4-5 of the campaign. Steph, how much time you got? We're gonna take calls, but how much time you got?
Yeah, we can take calls, but I just want to say one thing. I spoke about us playing on the road a lot because when you're not playing on at home, you can't really build no real like momentum. So us playing on the road, this is prepping and preparing us for during the period of times when we get towards the playoffs and we got to win a big game for whatever home court advantage to make it, whatever. You never know what it is, so people can't be so short-sighted or long-sighted.
Next 4 after the Philly game on Tuesday. Next 4 at home. Bulls, 2
Yeah.
against the Nets and 1 against the Wizards. All games that they got to lock in, all at the Garden, man. So let's see what happens there. All right, on the phones, let's go to Eden. Eden on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Eden.
What is good, CP? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, man. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Great. I'm calling in from Brooklyn, man.
All right, man. Hey, man, you speaking of Brooklyn, man, you on the phone with Starberry, man. Say what up, man.
What up, man? What up? How you feeling, man? You good?
I'm blessed. What's good, my brother?
Blessed, bro. Happy to see you here.
Nice.
Got a couple things to say.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel a little off about Mikal Bridges, but to be honest, I'm gonna see him in a couple of weeks. I feel like he's gonna do better in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Right now, his body language looks a little bit off. Like we haven't found him offensively yet. They want to give him the ball when the bench comes in, but the bench just never comes in. Sometimes he does look a little off on defense, but like I said, it's only 2 weeks in. How much games did he play? Like 9 games?
9 games, 4 and 5, 4 and 5 right now.
9 games. So, like I said from before, we're gonna build chemistry. Once I saw the first game against the Celtics game and we lost by a lot, I already knew this was gonna take time. I already knew this was gonna be a challenge by like looking how the players are, looking how the chemistry is.
Mm-hmm.
We made a lot of moves during August and around September. So it's not like things is gonna be easy like that. So
okay, so you're preaching patience, basically.
Yeah, I'm preaching patience. Okay. Obviously, this is Knicks basketball. It's obviously the first month of the NBA season. Obviously, a lot of things is going to take time. Things is going to take time. I'm liking how Brunson is getting is giving Karl Anthony Towns more rhythm on the court. Like he's finding him more. I'm starting to like that about Brunson. I'm seeing him not taking a lot of like bad shots and not chucking a lot of shots. That's what I like to see. So, I mean, hey man, I don't really have much to say. I'm just gonna keep this calm and collected. We not about to bash and just even if we lose, this takes time. This is obviously a study. This obviously means like okay, we gonna come back. We're gonna come study. Yeah,
takes time. Okay, man. Just to tap in, man. Salute to Eden on the check-in. I mean, just as we open the show, Al, like you said, despite them having to come together and build chemistry, offensively, they're still fine. They still got the second-ranked offense in the league this early. So I think that's a good sign. And once they do get it together, get more reinforcements back from the bench, that should put them in a good spot, man.
I mean, you look at our team, I mean, we're not whole, but I don't ever want us to ever start speaking and talking about who we don't have. We are who we are right now. This is who we going to war with, right? So being that this is our team, the guys that are playing, this is their opportunity because they're guys that are going to be coming back. So you can't wait for guys to come back, and then when guys come back, and then you on the bench, and then other dudes is there, you like, yo, why I'm on the bench? Because look at how we were playing then, and look how we playing now, right? But at the same time, that builds that competitive nature of focus and nature will make sure that guys keep pushing each other. Because we remember when guys was hooping, when he was playing, everybody was coming in because they know, like, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you coming out at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because we got guys that's hurt, so you get a chance to go and do your thing. We had guys last year that came into the playoffs and just were spectacular. Opportunity was there. Like, it's a strategy. Every coach got their own strategy and how they going to coach and how they going to do it. Everybody knows Tibbs. I don't know why people always acting like they don't know. His style is his style. That's what it is. Like, what we going to do? When we win, we don't say nothing about it.
Yeah,
but we talk. Right. but we talk. We don't say nothing about it, but we talk about only if we could get Josh a little bit of blow, get him a blow. But then when we lose, it's like You can't be a fickle fan when you're trying to really win championships. You got to really ride the wave. And, and as a fan, I'm not going to front. I was like that too at one time until I saw it different. And when you see it different, you look at it completely different because at the end of the day, we ranked second, right? But we do have a system on defense that can allow us to become a top defense team as well.
Starbury talking that talk, man. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. Knicks Weekly, episode 108, man. We tapping and salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. If you want to call in, talk to Starbury, man, call us up, 657-383-1509, or you can hit us up on the KFTV Discord. We'll take a couple more. Knicks and Philly NBA Cup going down tomorrow in Philly, man. Knicks Fix.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Knicks Fix on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Knicks Fix.
CP.
Yo.
CP, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
What's up, man? It's rolling. Steph, what's up? Alex, CP, what's going on,
What's
man?
good, my
I'm calling
brother?
in from Queens.
How you feeling, bro?
What's going on, man? So I was one of the guys last night that was having a crash out. That was definitely me.
Okay.
I was posting up. So
Sorry.
I think the problem that some of the Knicks fans are having is not really, obviously, the bench is kind of thin right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is I'm looking at the minutes. So like when Precious went down with that injury with the hamstring, right? He played 35 minutes against the Washington game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then goes down. He played basically the whole second half. Goes down with the injury after playing 13 minutes right in the Charlotte preseason finale. Now we've seen the same thing with OG. OG's playing 36. Last night you got Mikal, Hart, and Brunson 41, 42, 43 minutes. I think Alex said it last night. He said we can't play these guys because they're not giving us anything. But how are these guys going to get experience? You got to play Huck. Huck definitely give you something more over Sims, right? This is year 4 for Sims. Then Tyler's not that bad off the bench. Also, if we could space the minutes, right? Space it so Tyler might come in, relieve Jalen, and then give you, he might be playing with the other starters. So we're spacing the minutes so that, we're not completely having a complete hockey swap. Anyway, man, I want to shout out you guys. Thank you so much for your platform, man.
All right, man. Tap in, man. Yeah, look, Porty made one mistake one game. He hasn't gotten back in since. Kolek made a mistake in the pace of game and got benched. He got 2 minutes last night.
I'm sorry, say it again.
I said Kolek made blew a defensive assignment last night, and McConnell played 2 minutes and he got pulled. And then Huck Porty, after his mistake, I think it was the last Knick home game, he hasn't played at all. He's getting DNPs. A lot of fan base talking about, the starters' attacks by the time you get to the fourth quarter. Knicks are 27th in the league in fourth quarter right now. They gave up 40 points in the fourth to the Pacers last night, man.
Well, I think that there will be some adjustments made. I think, is a reason why there may not be confidence instilled in some of the guys yet. We all, as fans, we got our own idea and our own opinion about what we think when we watch basketball, when we watch the game, right? But everybody's a coach after the play is over with, right? So, for real, everybody's a coach.
No, these are all facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and because the reason why I could say that is because I coach professional basketball. And I caught myself saying stuff before, you should do such and such. But when you're the coach, it's way different. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in position where I knew a guy wasn't able to dribble going left or wasn't able to shoot. So I try to position him and put him on this side of the court. And you don't realize all of these different things until you get into those situations. So I look at it from both sides. I do agree. We do need to give these guys and relieve these guys and give them a blow so that they won't be as tired in the fourth quarter. But they still got to play the game. They getting paid over $30 million a year. Like, you got to go do more training and extra training so you don't get tired in the fourth quarter. I mean, this is just what it is. Like, you can. I see her. So it's going on. You getting what you getting, and you don't want to. You can't go out and do what we need you to do. That ain't adding up. I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, if you getting paid $30-40 million,
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about you. I'm not thinking about your damn minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. You got $100 million. You got $100 million out there in the starting five, man.
I am not thinking about your minutes.
You got $100 million out there in the starting five, man.
I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm not thinking about managing your minutes. I'm not thinking about any of that.
Go get it done.
Like on the real, for real. Like how? Like how? That don't even make any sense to me.
Steph's saying what I'm saying, man. You got to go out there. You got to go win.
Different time, man. Different time. It sound like you pulling. It sound like you pulling up, man. You pulling up.
Go ask him where is it Cafe? I think it's 8. Now I'm here. I'm pulling up, but for real though, like Cafe Pacific, yeah. I mean, the thing about it is this. It's like this, you know. And I watched something about MB saying that he will never play back-to-backs or he won't play back-to-backs this season. I don't know.
Yeah. And
it could be for whatever reasons for them basically saying that, you know, his knee has X amount of wear and tear, whatever. I get it. I understand. But you don't got to fucking, excuse my language, you don't got to tell everybody that.
Yeah.
You could just do it.
Yeah.
Like, why that gotta even be news? Like that, to me, that don't even make any sense. It's like you telling everybody that you not gonna play basketball and you make $50 million. Like, everybody got a problem with that. Everybody. I don't care who you are. Like, period. Like, if you making too much money for you to come out and say you're not gonna do that, and you can do it. Your contract, when you sign your contract, you're not signing no contract that you're gonna play 82 games. You signing a contract, you're gonna play all the preseason games, and you're gonna play all the way to June to try to play to game 7, to the last game. That's what your contract is for. Like, as a hooper, forget about the contract. As a hooper, that's what I feel like. I don't know. But when I hear these dudes say that, I just think, I'm like, he not really from America, though. He got a different mentality. He's good. So I take that in consideration and into account. Like, he really not like us like that. Like, he not from America, born in America like that, grew up. You know what I'm saying? We came up where we had to get it from the real mud, like, back in the days to make it to the NBA. That was a thing, for real, making it to the NBA. It ain't a thing no more. I mean, it's a thing to the dudes that make it, but now you got so many other platforms. I mean, basketball is global, man. It's a huge game. And it ain't gonna be just the NBA in the next 50 years paying people that type of money. You got people paying people. Nobody didn't think that they were gonna be paying dudes $400 and $500 billion to come play in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And they was gonna be playing football there. Well, they call it football, soccer there. Nobody didn't think that.
It's fair.
But basketball.
Starbury talking that talk, man. What you got? You got an 18-hour grind ahead of you, man. I mean, how do you prep for these flights, man? You just gonna knock out? What you gonna do on the flight, man?
I'm gonna get on the plane and I'm gonna go right to sleep. And I'm gonna wake up. And when I do wake up, I eat, I watch TV, and then I go right back.
Go
to
right
sleep.
back to it. Go right back to it, man. Yeah, I've been on that Cathay to Hong Kong, man. That's a long boy, man. That's a long flight, boy.
I know, but you know, it's a diet now. So
Yeah.
it's just work. At the end of the day, you know, the grind now is not when you start living on. You know, I told you I time that you ask somebody, but you ask somebody what time is it? The time already passed when you ask that. So I look at the 24-hour clock, because in China they use military time. They don't use, you know, the 12-hour clock. So you know, you really can break down from your sleep, from your work, and what you're doing in your life. You could really see it in that time frame. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Getting on these flights, this is the closest you get to be to God.
Yeah. Shout out to Cathay, man. Yo, tell the driver to tap in with us, man. Let him know. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Make sure he's tapping into KFTV after every game, man. Post game live, man.
We always in. We ain't never got a tap.
All right, man. Yo, safe travels. Safe travels, bro.
All right, my brother.
Yeah, man. Hit us as soon as you get back, man. Safe travels, man.
I love.
Yes, sir.
Good one, Steph.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Stephon Marbury. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up on it for you boys. Number one show for the fans by the fans. It's almost midnight here on the East Coast. You're getting this nowhere else but the number one show for the fans by the fans, man. Starberry in here breaking it down. I told you we had to have an airing of grievances, but we had to bring in all perspectives. Fan perspective, player perspective. He's got a coaching perspective as well. So we had to hear it from all fronts, man. Hopefully you guys got something from this. Go ahead, Al.
He said all these guys should be playing 48 minutes, CP. The starters should be able to play 48 minutes.
Yeah. Different day, man. Different day. Remember to support our sponsor, man, at SeatGeek, ladies and gentlemen. The Knicks are in Philly taking on the Sixers. Some of you guys are going to that game tomorrow. Make sure you guys got your brass knuckles, your mace, all of that. Make sure, because Philly's going to be a little Aggie. They might not give you, a warm welcome in that building. But if you still need tickets, man, use our code KFTV10 at SeatGeek, the number one rated ticketing app and the number one ticketing app for KnicksFanTV. Use our code KFTV10 for 10% off your ticket, up to $20 off. SeatGeek. Use our code. Look for the green dots. The green dots are the great deals, good to great deals. The red dots are the not so great deals. So that's how you know where to go on SeatGeek, or you can use the SeatGeek app.